Welcome back, everyone. Today is the day. Welcome to the third annual Tamer's Favorite Bowling Balls of the 2021 and 2022 season. I'll be sharing with you my personal favorite bowling balls of the last year or so. And since this is my opinion, I pretty much make up my own rules. I will stick with balls that are currently for sale. Generally speaking, I'll get into that. They don't necessarily have to be recent releases. And this is certainly not meant to say these are the best balls or anything like that, but more my personal favorites that I would put in my bag. And as I did last year, I will stick with the arsenal creation methodology to talk about my favorites. This way it makes it a little easier to follow. If you haven't watched the Arsenal Building 101 video that I put out recently, please do go ahead. I think it's crucial to help you understand how I'm going to frame this out. So with that said, I will be going through this under that construct, meaning I'll discuss my favorite strong defined, strong control, mid defined, mid control, mid late, and specialty balls. And I will have a little extra thing at the end, and if you stick around, you'll see what that's about. Without further ado, let's start with strong defined. Generically, these tend to be, surfaced asymmetric balls. With the strong nomenclature, we're looking for balls that handle volume, not necessarily hook a lot. Define usually means there is definition to the move on lane, so balls tend to want to start even before the end of the pattern. And don't think about it as a sharp move necessarily, because it isn't waiting to the end of the pattern, but rather one that will go regardless of the pattern, because the core is getting into a roll before that end of the pattern. So, therefore, these are the biggest balls in your bag typically. And firstly, I will say all 5 of these balls can easily be chosen for my bag in this slot. So the order is a little tricky, but it is what it is in terms of my opinion. So let's start with number 5. Number 5 is the Rotor Grip Gem. In terms of likes, it's super strong, fits well in this spot, typically overwhelms the pattern, so it'll hook. A couple of dislikes, I would say the bubblegum colors are not my favorite. Occasionally it hooks out, losing steam, feeling like it kind of looks like it floats. But that is the number 5, the Rotor Grip Gem. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is the Motive Jackal Legacy. This is a tough one because I've had this in my bag for a long time, still do have it, and I keep it when I want the motive bag, if you will. Likes are the roll shape, and strong enough to handle most high volume conditions with some versatility, to be usable in terms of, say, what I call overwhelming the pattern in terms of control. Dislikes, honestly, that's not much. Doesn't typically appear sharp, which makes it look a little smoother than other strong defined balls. I kind of like that. It doesn't bother me. But that's what it is, the Motive Jackal Legacy. All right, and the number 3 is another motive ball, the Jackal Ghost. Firstly, I will say this could easily be a consistent number 1 for a lot of bowlers. Could be mine as well. It just really works. It's super versatile, has a great shape, and you might ask, why is it not my number 1? Well, I guess the only thing I can say is that sometimes I do need something stronger for my strong defined, and I would say the 2 in front of this ball have a great shape and are stronger, so that's the bottom line. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is the 900 Global Reality. The Reality is plenty strong to fit in this category, a little more defined shape than the Gem, and a little less than the Proton Physics in relation to the Storm family. And because it is somewhat of a Goldilocks in that regard, it has been seen quite a bit on TV. It does overwhelm the higher volume patterns while still consistently hooking. So I think it's a great ball, and that's my number 2, the 900 Global Reality. Finally, my number 1 in the strong defined category is the Storm Proton Physics. Again, I will just say these could be a toss-up between brands, but I feel like this one, this is the one that probably ticks more boxes than the others for me. Very, very small difference there, but it is very strong for the highest volume patterns. Has that more defined shape in the group due to the shape of the core. And at times it might be a bit too much down lane while you still want a strong ball, but I mean, hey, no ball is absolutely perfect. However, finally, the Proton Physics is my choice for this shootout.